Hi Scorpio, welcome to your 2018 Astro-Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from astrology.com. And first I'm going to talk a little bit about what this year holds for you astrologically. I do want to remind you that the stars are a strong guide for what's going to happen to us throughout the year. And the cards are really going to be a reflection of your conscious state as it is right now, or the reflection of the collective consciousness of Scorpio at this moment. So first I wrote a little bit of a synopsis about what is going to happen for you this year. Saturn in Capricorn works with Jupiter in Scorpio to bring you new lessons of communication, travel even towards self-expansion. All of these opportunities are going to result in changes in family and lifestyle status, or even location. And they may be combined with new relationship upsets to bring sudden movement in and out of the home. It sounds like a lot of you may be getting divorced. Some of you may be separating from your partner this year, or some of you may just have new career fields that open up for you, new opportunities for you, and this is going to bring disruptions within the home. But I think a lot of the disruptions are really going to pertain to a partner and maybe even their career endeavors. Travel or legal proceedings may bring endings related to home and family, rethinking your role in relationships and your own personal hopes, dreams, and goals will finish out the year. And I think for a lot of you, as the year ends, you're really going to be trying to take into account your own responsibility for your actions maybe in the past that have led you to these moments where these disruptions are happening with your partner and perhaps even within the home. Now, the one good thing you have going for you this year especially is Jupiter is going to be in Scorpio. Jupiter is the planet of protection, abundance, and expansion. And it will be in Scorpio until November the 8th when it moves into Sagittarius in your income sector. So for some of you, perhaps you're moving around, maybe with your partner, trying to find a new location for one of you guys' career endeavors. Or if you're single, you're trying to really find your place in the world, to find out where you need to live, maybe in order to get better employment. But I believe that once Jupiter moves into Sagittarius in November, you're really going to see an increase in your income. Now, in the first part of the year, by January the 31st, you're going to experience an ending related to career and even into your lifestyle. And I think that this is going to bring about a new event that's going to push your home towards a new location, or there's going to be a new focus on your home and family, probably from February the 15th forward, when that solar eclipse takes place at 27 degrees of Aquarius. And this eclipse is going to sextile Uranus and conjunct Juno, which is really going to put the focus on sudden communication, probably even from a distance, coming in towards your home from one of your long-term relationships or for your spouse or partner. Now, March 9th, Jupiter is going to retrograde at 23 degrees of Scorpio, and this is going to give you a pause before you can really put yourself back out there. So this is going to kind of give you time for all of the expansion and abundance and adjustments that you've made in the first part of the year up until March the 9th. It's going to kind of give those times to settle down. And again, your focus is going to be on the home during that time. Mercury retrograde is going to take place March the 22nd. And this is in your 6th house. This is really going to make you rethink about how you do things on a daily basis, your routine. It's even going to make you rethink what type of job that you may want to work, or there may be some disruptions in communication there. Now, Mercury will leave the shadow of that retrograde on May the 3rd, and I feel like then you're going to really get an idea, perhaps even of how to better take care of yourself. There may be some things that you're going to need to catch up with during that Mercury retrograde that affects your health and work sector. So perhaps this is what you're going to be doing up until May the 3rd. And then from May the 15th forward, Uranus is going to enter Taurus, and that is your relationship sector. Now, it is going to retrograde on August the 7th, so you have from about May 15th to August the 7th to really begin to experience some new disruptions with your partner, with parents or partners. They're in that 7th house, and Uranus is about surprises, so there's no way we can even surmise right now or even know what to expect. But we do know that Uranus rules your home and family, so I do feel like either there's a parent moving into your home, or there's some sort of disruption where your partner has to go away for a job, or you're moving because of your career sector. You've gotten a job, or you're working overseas, something like that. There is something very disruptive that's happening, and it may be a lot of tension. So make sure this isn't tension building up in your home, Scorpio. I know you guys are ruled by Mars and Pluto, and sometimes you can be very forceful when things begin to get out of control. It feels like you can't cope anymore, or that everything's going to fall apart. And I think during this time you're going to really learn, especially over the next 7 or 8 years, about how innovative your partnership can be, how you don't have to be in control, how you can't be in control all the time because of X, Y, and Z that's going to come along and really shake things up. Whether that's your partner leaving you, whether that's so many different components that are now going to be affecting your home life, or your partner within your home or career. All of those things are going to come into play, and it's going to really teach you a lesson about how you do control yourself and your need to constantly control what is going on in your life. Now, on July 12th, there is a solar eclipse in Cancer. This is trine your sun. This is in your 9th house. So I feel like this is going to push you forward, either towards going back to school, towards traveling, or towards a legal situation. And this eclipse is opposite Pluto, trine Neptune. I feel like this is going to be something in which you and a partner may spar about. But I feel like it's about travel. It's about communication. And it's definitely going to bring some back and forth trips, maybe even overseas. Uranus will be conjunct Juno during this eclipse, but that little aspect will be trine Saturn and Venus in Virgo. So I feel like this is about you beginning to work with other groups of people, even with your partner. Like your partner may be going to work with groups of people, or some of you may be forging new partnerships if you're a single Scorpio. And this is about really finding your balance with another person, I think also. Some of you may be entering into new relationships, maybe around May. And that's really going to shake up your life. Maybe you've been single for a while, and all of a sudden now you have this to share your life with this other person, and maybe they are very buoyant and like to do things, fly by the seat of their pants, and you're just not used to that. You're not used to that energy. Uranus rules Aquarius, so some of you may have Aquarians coming into your life. Some of you may be married to Aquarians. But this is a very Aquarius-like energy, and if you've ever been around an Aquarius, you know what they like to do. They like to travel. They like to socialize. They like to mingle. A lot of them are involved in health careers right now, and working with spirit and doing things behind the scenes, and some of them have illnesses right now. All of this type of energy is going to flood into your partnership and parental sector, and I feel like that is what is going to bring that shake up by July the 12th. And then of course there's a lunar eclipse July the 27th in Aquarius in your home. So I feel like some of you are going to be moving home. Some of you are going to be getting divorces, and this is legal proceedings involving home and family. But for a lot of you, this is moving overseas, and it seems like it's not a move that you particularly wanted to make, and this may be a move made by your partner, and you are either inclined to follow them or to stay put, and that causes tension in your relationship. And I do think with Mars being retrograde in Aquarius this summer, this is really going to be about maybe putting off a home move, or you were going to move, you had decided to move home maybe March or April, and then the move gets put off. or you're sparring with a partner, you aren't really sure how you're going to move forward, but by September you're really moving forward. Although there is a Mercury retrograde in your career sector, although there is a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so you're going to be really rethinking your role in your relationships, and maybe some of you even brooding a little bit, feeling like this isn't the right thing to do, or feeling like you're having to give up control in some way, and you're not seeing how you're going to go down the right path by making this move. Well, let's see what the cards have to say. I want to remind you that the cards are a reflection of consciousness and they can change, but maybe this will help you to see how things could develop. This is one interpretation, may not be for all of you. This is a general reading. If you want a private reading, please hit me up at charlottehuff@rocketmail.com. I'll put the link below. So the first part of the year, I feel like this other Aquarian energy in here. Maybe some of you are really seeking out your own hopes, goals, and dreams, but you really have some anxieties. Some anxieties about certain situations, perhaps even involving third-party relationships. And I feel like I have two Aquarian cards here, so I feel like for some of you, this could be a mother figure. This could be someone who is a legal figure in your life, but I feel like this person, when they get ready to say what they want to say, they do not mince words. They do exactly what they want. They plan and execute, and they know how to pull themselves away emotionally if need be. But I feel like there's a lot of good things happening with this person. There's some career accolades coming. They are really putting themselves out on a new path. For some of you, maybe you're putting yourself out towards an Aquarius female here, but I feel like there is a little hesitation. There's a sense of loneliness here, of anxiety, of wondering if things are going to really turn out well. And I feel like this sense of anxiety surrounding this situation really follows you throughout the year. And it's about, feeling trapped in certain situations or having anxiety. It's like you can't let go and just let things happen because you're so trapped inside your head, Scorpio. And for some of you, I really feel like there's a sense of grief or a situation here where you may feel that third-party situations or a sense of communication or celebratory mood, it's like it's happening to people around you for some of you. For others of you, this is happening to a partner. And I'm going to start putting clarifiers down to see where this anxiety is coming from. And this is about really taking time to take care of yourself. I think some of you just do not know what it is that you want in life. And I do feel like there's a situation here where you're needing to use your intuition. Maybe listen to your body, especially if you're having a lot of anxiety, depression. Not being able to really feel like you're a part of a celebratory group, not being able to go after your hopes and dreams. And I feel like that's what it is. Like you don't feel like you're worthy to move forward. Or maybe it's someone around you that's not feeling like they're worthy to move forward in some sort of hope, goal, or dream that you have. And again, this is about self-confidence. Self-confidence even in relationships. And I feel like some of you are going to be doing so much communication that you're really going to feel like it's stressful. Maybe a lot of short trips, back and forth, emailing, phone calling. And I feel like you're going to have to reassert yourself on a new schedule. You're going to really have to mark the dates on a calendar and get everything together. Because I feel like for some of you, there is another person who is surrounding you that is really making strides forward in communication of their own. And maybe some of you are worried about this person, like you're feeling like you can't control this person. And you're feeling lonely in some way. But I feel like for some of you, this is about health issues related to your heart and anxiety. This is about a need for healing here, a need for self-confidence and learning to love yourself maybe before you can love other people completely. And learning to give up that need for control in all situations. Now, towards the middle of the year, I do feel like whatever this new path way that is opening. I feel like it is disruptive to you. I feel like this is someone else's opening and you're following through with it. And it seems like there's a sense of harvest here. There's a sense of feeling, as we go into the winter months, of feeling trapped. Perhaps of feeling trapped in your own mind. And could be from the fall. Maybe after those eclipses in July. But I feel like even in August, I feel like you are really looking for a sign to begin a new adventure. You're feeling like something needs to happen, something needs to change, but you just don't know how to get there. You're also feeling like this could be the end of something, and I feel like you're worrying about that. I feel like there's a sort of separation here where you're trying to explain your side of the story, but you're not really getting through with your side of the story because it's not your time, Scorpio. This is about something else that's coming up. And Jupiter is in your sign, and it may be leading you towards a different path that you are just not ready for. I feel like there's something here that's been hidden from you, or there's something here concerning a female. The lunar eclipse that's going to take place in Aquarius at 4 degrees on July the 27th, I feel like that really has you in a tailspin. And I feel like this is about something to do with home and family, females, which lunar eclipses usually are about, right? They are about sudden situations involving family and home and females. And that's what I see here. I feel like for some of you, this is the passing or letting go of someone who has been very important to you in your life, and someone who affects your family even. I see some of you by the end of the year, you're just really hanging on, trying to hang on to what you had with home and family. And there's such an amount of stress here for some of you. I'm sorry to say that, Scorpio, that's what I'm seeing here. But I also feel like this new sense of adventure here, that once you let go, I feel like some of you guys' relationships are, up in the air here by the end of the year. You don't really know what's going to happen. Could involve the sign of Leo here, but I feel a lot of Aquarian energy in this reading. And here we have the Moldavite card. I don't know if you know what Moldavite is, but this is really kind of an Aquarian energy where it's an alien-like information system where you can connect with other entities across different dimensions, across different planes. And this is just talking about unconventionality. And I feel like this new idea, it seems preposterous to you. It's not something you want to do. It's not something you want to go along with. And this could very well cause a rift in your relationship, Scorpio. In fact, it could render, it could really tear it apart. And I feel like there's such an overwhelming sense of responsibility here. I'm going to check out this card up here. And I do feel like this is like someone has a hormonal imbalance, or there is this health situation that is appearing for you or partner for some of you. And that may be the situation that you're going to need to take care of for the rest of the year. And that has you feeling like trapped, like you don't know what to do about that. Some of you could be experiencing a loss of a family member or someone that you're married to. For some of you, this could involve children. I feel like for some of you male Scorpios, this could be about losing children in your life, maybe being separated from children by distance. There's an unwillingness to go the distance, I feel like, for some of you. You just are not wanting this separation. You're not wanting to walk away from a relationship. And for some of you, you're just unwilling to let it go. You feel trapped in this cycle, and you still haven't figured out. For some of you, I'll just be honest, some of you just haven't figured out why your own actions maybe are driving someone away from you. For others of you, this is about grieving the loss of someone. And for some of you, this is about having to move forward with a job or career that's located at a distance, or it's your partner doing so, and you just aren't wanting to do it. You aren't wanting to relocate. For some of you here, I feel like there is a third-party situation, and it really comes out by the end of the year. And this could be a secret that's coming out, and it comes out in a way that you could never dream or expect. And this has come out, and one of your partners or one of your romantic interests is seeing it for the first time. Now, I feel like the choice is here for some of you. Yeah, the secret is definitely coming out. Where there have been lies and illusions in third-party relationships or some kind of voyeurism, watching someone, talking to someone online, this is all coming out in the second half of the year, Scorpio. Or maybe this is happening, you're seeing your partner in this way, but I really feel like for this reading, for those of you watching, it could be you for the big majority of you. And Three of Swords. There's just heartbreak all over the second half of the year, Scorpio. Now, the tarot, you can change the tarot. So I would suggest that if you see this coming up in your relationship, in the relationships with your family, if you're holding secrets, if you have held secrets, and they begin to leak out, I feel like this is another person who is reckless, who maybe is holding on to a secret with you, and they recklessly let the secret go. Yeah, there's some type of secret that someone, it's like you or your partner have been involved with someone else, and there's another person that's connected to this that is bringing a secret forward. Or for some of you who are experiencing a loss in your family, it's just really it could really affect a female in your family. It could be your mother. And I feel like whatever it is that you thought you could handle in saying goodbye to this person is having such a big effect on you that it is literally kind of taking over your life. But I see a lot of you really by the end of the year moving forward in relationships that are not good for you. They're toxic and they are over. There is betrayal here. And I feel like you're feeling optimistic about this relationship is the funny thing. Like you've been too overly optimistic about it, but it's not going anywhere. It will not go anywhere. Yeah, some of you feel like you have been left out in the cold. And this is in August, maybe. Especially if you are a male Scorpio. And I feel like some of you feel like you have just tried everything, especially if this is in relation to a Leo and children. Perhaps if you've had a situation that came up in the first part of the year, I feel like by mid-year that this situation with a Leo and children, it's just such a toxic situation that there has been betrayal again. Or because I see betrayal repeating itself throughout the year. I feel like you have anxieties about taking care of something, especially related to money in the first part of the year also. There's a sense of not wanting to let something go. But then it's like these secrets get revealed in a public light by the middle of the year. And these people are being ripped away from you, maybe because of some sort of torment in you not being able to let go of control in certain situations, of you not being willing to assert yourself even in loving and caring ways rather than just in a way of control. Yeah, there's a lot of regret here for sneaky behavior, Scorpio. The card just fall out. Ten of Wands. It's a lot. Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands. Seven of Swords reversed. Five of Pentacles. It's a lot of regret, Scorpio. Not wanting to walk away. Not being willing to take a chance even. And having to let go of people. And some of you are still wanting these toxic situations and they're not working. It's over. It's done. Whoever these toxic people were, they've done their damage in 2018, Scorpio. And so for some of you, I'm going to try to go in and clarify with my clarifiers right here, right quick before we go, because I feel like the first part of the year really needs more clarification. So this is talking about releasing resentments about money. I feel like this could even be a legal situation. There's a lot of gold digging going on here. There's a lot of the sense in perfecting oneself and their place in life. And this is about rising above certain issues. Yeah, I feel like this is about money problems. Some of you are trying to resolve issues or issues related to inheritance and going after your hopes, dreams, and goals and putting yourself out in the future. The first part of the year looks so optimistic. It's like something in the middle happens, probably in July, that just throws you off, where all you're thinking about is money, prosperity, security, getting your own goals and dreams, making sure, but there's this shrinking sense of not having enough confidence and covering it up through laughter is what I feel like. Or not being able to join other people because you have anxiety and depression and you're just, that people don't see you as who you are when you're alone. And the sense of grief and loss has just infiltrated your life, especially in the second part of the year. Mothering energy very strong here, Scorpio. That emotions just in turmoil, betrayal, heartbreak, loss, secrets coming out, secrets coming forward. For some of you, you're traveling. You're moving to a new location or a new career, and it's just you're not feeling it. See the second part of the year. Yes, this is about relationships. Your family has been disrupted. This may be about you needing to get a job or career. There's something here that I feel like it's the way you've hoped and dreamed and focused on money. There's a sense of emotion or mental health that has fallen away. That has led to a family is not being what it needs to be. A lot of you got addictions. Some of you need to eat better. And for a lot of you, you're too focused on who you are inside and all the turmoil you've been going through and trying to lighten that up where you haven't realized the effect you're having on other people and their feelings, especially if you have children. Why is this betrayal here? A new location. So if some of you are moving with your partner and you've managed to salvage your relationship and you're like, I don't want to go to this place, but hey, I'll go because it's your career. I think you need to rethink this situation. Even if your partner's going against you, I feel like there's a reason here and you're just going to have to trust it. You're going to have a moment of faith, Scorpio. You're going to have to come out in the clear with your consciousness and do the right thing, whatever that is, because I've gotten that sense through the entire reading. Let's have a look at your health. Scorpio's health. Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. It's about sleep cycles. And I feel like a lot of you, if you would just turn your love light on other people, as much compassion maybe some of you have for animals or that you have for people that you pick out, you need to have that same type of compassion for your family. Especially your children, siblings. Sometimes we have to be the better person, kind of like Jesus, right? And for some of you, I feel like this emotional healing is going to be so hard, especially related to other people, especially if you have older parents or you've lost a parent. You don't want the implementation of grief to completely take over your life. Instead, you want to take what you've learned from other people, if you've had a good example or a parent that has passed on, and you want to impart the love and wisdom, that highest frequency of the loved one that has passed on. And that is the part that you want to give to your children. Not money, greed, not control. And I feel like this is going to be a big lesson for you in 2018, Scorpio. Now, I realize this seems like a dire outcome. It's not. We have a card of positive expectations here. What are those positive expectations? What good can happen? Look at this. It's the card of children. It's also the card of rekindled romance. And now there may be some disappointments, but I feel like it's because of a lack of communication. And you just have to open your heart and mind up to people around you, Scorpio. Now, some of you, this is about a new career. You got to close those gaps in communication with your partner, Scorpio. If you got to move on from a partner and they need to move on, let them move on. If you have to be separated from your children for a while, open those doors of communication. You're going to make it through there. This new career looks good. And I do feel like you're going to spiritually grow through the experiences you have in giving to other people and let go of that control, especially with your young children and adult children, Scorpio, and leaving that legacy for them of the higher consciousness, of the highest part of ourselves, of our Christ consciousness. That's what you need to be able to give, not all the low negative stuff. And grieving does take a while. If you do have to let go of someone, know that it's going to take a while. Let yourself feel those emotions. Let yourself grieve. And use this as a lesson to really reflect back on the past and to pull out those higher qualities of people you've lost. Or make peace for your children. That is going to become your concern, I feel like, Scorpio. So disruptions in relationships, disruptions in the home. We saw that in the stars already, didn't we, Scorpio? And so with this Uranus being in Taurus for 7 years, right, it is really going to teach you about yourself, Scorpio. But it's going to be exciting, I think. I think for a lot of you, it's just being willing to let go of those old, outmoded relationship patterns and being willing to say, you know what? Maybe I don't need to control everything all the time. Just what if I didn't? Let me just try a couple of days and see how everything's going to go if I just let go of control for a little while. But I wish you the very best in 2018, Scorpio. If you need a private reading, look at the link below. And I'll see you soon.